Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Ohio State's offense will go to work first. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's Magoo. Hauls it in.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Fires quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to run for it. Looking for room at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think this offense really relies on their ability to run the football, especially early in games, because you want to demoralize the opponent. So that's great news there. Opening drive, first third down, and you pick up the first down by a lot of yards.
They'll give it to him again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
The play action fake. That's reeled in. It's Mobley. Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room. It's Henry. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Magoo. Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With the catch, it's Bell. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Find some fresh air. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! He got it, beat down in bounds.
This offense is so...
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Mobley. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Henry. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. Red pass, it's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Magoo. Here comes the heat. Working the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone, and he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Flag 14, flag 14. Hey, move. Go!
Makes the grab in their space. A 20. Touchdown! Buckeye! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone. And
waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it.
Here we go, ready. White 29, white 29, go, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henry. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with UTSA taking on the number 6 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's Memphis on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back over to your game in Columbus. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion.
Go, go.
Looking to pass. It's Magoo. Back open in the middle. There he goes. Rams him with the stiff arm. And just like that, with the big play, they're set up as he goes out of bounds at the 18.
man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long game. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
Makes the grab on the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. The throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just